Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently working our way through these rebels and, of course, coring up here. Let's go ahead and sort by overextension and take a look at what we need yet here. 43 and 41 to get us done with our overextension. That sounds good. So we're going to be working our way through some rebels for a little while here. That's very clear. There's no doubt about that, and let's go ahead and tick forward here. Ooh, that was a bit of a freeze, but it's all good. So we win up over here, to be expected. And let's take a look at some of these here. So victories out over here are irrelevant. I don't really care about any of those. Those are all fine. It is this down here that is maybe a little bit dicey. And then there's this situation going on here. This is actually 2 units spawned in the same place. Interesting. And then there's this as well that we'll have to deal with. So that'll take some time to get all of that dealt with. We win the Battle of Sulu. That is fully expected. We won the battle down here as well. Cool. All of this is looking great. Yep, that's all completely fine. This is only 39.3k at this point. We should definitely put a leader in here. And then let's head on up. We win out over here, which is irrelevant. And we won here, which is very relevant indeed. So this is only 40k. We're going to have to go get another 40k. So we're going to head on over. We get a bunch of revolts this month, and that should be fully expected. There will be a bunch more of these coming in. Cool. I mean, there comes a certain point, right, where exceeding the overextension by more doesn't make you have more rebels, because they're still going up by 1 per month, guaranteed. But it does make it last longer. So that's, I think, why we're having this many rebels on 200% overextension. But Armenian Mississippi peasants, we don't care about. We don't care about this. We don't care about this. Kilwan separatists, we do care about. So we're going to move these guys on up and intercept that. No problem. Ukraine separatists, this is not an issue. We'll head on over. Permian separatists, we'll take these guys over. They have leadership and 47k, so that'll be okay. Oud separatists are out over here. We can take these guys over and hit like that. Should be okay. Adalan separatists, this is no problem. Roman separatists, this one's always a bit annoying. We'll head up over here for now. Okay, Hijazi separatists. We don't have anyone on the Arabian Peninsula right now. We should definitely bring a unit over. Okay, Carthaginian looks reasonable. Tlemceny should be fine. Okay, and Payiri. Let's see, we're already heading up this way, so we can do something kind of like that. Malian. Pegu. We'll deal with them later. Karelian. Looks good-ish. There we go. And that's it. Beautiful. So no major problems there. I'm going to hold these guys back for a moment until their reinforcements get caught up. And we'll deal with these in a bit. We'll head on in. There we go. And let's see what we've got here. That's fine. That's fine as well. Cool. Okay, so Africa is a little bit of a dicey situation in terms of number of troops that are hitting over here. But I think we've got this under control. India is where the real problems might ensue. So we'll let these guys group up. And then we'll head up over here. Do we want them to have leadership? That would probably be for the best. Okay. Let's hop down over this way, see what's going on. Looks okay for the moment. We will not stand for this. Okay. We win the battle here. That's expected. These battles are all fine. No issues there. And we can definitely get a core going here. And there's a bunch of revolts here. Armenian particularists in a lot of locations. We will deal with those in a bit. This is a lot of revolts. Okay. So these we can get rid of. And we'll see where all those particularists are, but now we should be starting to get to the end of what we're experiencing from these revolts. And-ish. And-ish. Cuba peasants we don't care about. Scythians. We'll head down over here. There are definitely particularists in a lot of these locations. Okay. So, Kalka. Well, we can head up over like this. There we go. Genoese over this way. We'll need to peel these guys around and deal with some of this. We can come in over here. We'll deal with that later, I think. Polotskian, we can definitely attack here. And in the meantime, we could bring these guys up like so. No, I wanted to select you. There we go. Cool. Chuvash we've dealt with. Saint-Denis. Okay. For the moment, we're going to hit here. And I'm going to force march these guys. And then we're going to bring these over, like so. Cool. Kuban Separatists out over this way. Shouldn't be a problem. Kadi Separatists out over here. Should not be an issue. Swabians up here. Okay, looks fine. The funny thing is, these are all at like 1.6 unrest, almost all of them. I still feel like we've rolled poorly, but Moroccan Separatists out over this way. Sounds good. And these guys up here, yep, those are dealt with. We can deal with these in a bit. Navarrese, sure, that doesn't look like a problem. Chokwan, we can deal with those immediately. Looks good to me. And of course, we've got the Armenian particularists. So at this point, we've got a lot of rebels. There's no doubt about that. We're going to start sending some of these guys into here. We're going to take these guys and send them up here. These 3 units will all head up here. Okay. I want these 3 units to group together and head in here. I want these 2 units to group together and head here. Although I don't want to attack that just yet. These 2 can head here. These 3 units can group up over this way. While this groups up over here. Ish. Ish. Okay, this is undealt with. Let's move on in. Where are you guys moving to? You're moving here? Okay, we'll head up there as well. Just looking around here, that looks reasonable. No major issues out over here. So I want these guys to group together and attack here. This is going to require additional forces up this way. So we're going to move up here. Although these guys are not force marched. Let's get them force marched and we'll head in there. We can spread out these guys. Not that it matters, but we can do that. Okay. So these forces can come down to here and start working on all of this. Looks good. These guys can group up here in Trebizond. We'll fight them there. And then we've got this large group here that can all group up and go in here. These 2 units can group up and attack here. Although we definitely want to invert their force march. So I want these guys to be not force marched, these guys to be force marched, and in we go. And then these 3 units, actually I'm going to send only these 2 units to attack here. And then these guys will come out over this way. Unforced march here, and we'll come on in. Okay. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll need to do more work on these peasants, for sure. Okay, so we win out over here. And we definitely need to just keep moving as a group here and eliminating these armies one at a time. These guys are just kind of chilling up here, and for the moment, they can come down to here, I guess. Cool. So we win out over this way, and we want to immediately relocate up to Kinga. Looks good. We win here, that looks fine. And Battle of Kismayo, that looks okay too. There will be more rebel uprisings, to be clear. We win out over this way. Our numbers are diminished. That's for sure. So we win out over in Ader. Looks good to me. We win in Tunis as well. These guys are going to head up to here. Okay. That's a lot of battle victories popping in right there. Let's see what we've got here. Pubungo. Looks good. We'll just cap here. Lubeck. Looks good-ish. These guys can be the ones to head up. So we can move these in like so. Okay. This looks okay. We can spread out to recover a bit. We've got this situation here. These guys could use some replenishment. I'm just going to move these guys in. Battle here. We'll cap back Lowena. And we won here. Now the question is, do we think that we're going to win this fight? I'm going to roll up a leader for it. That's a solid leader. With that leader, I think we do win it. Cool. Okay, so here's a few more battle victories. Actually, we lost the battle in Mahathali. Okay, we'll deal with that later. I didn't realize that battle was even ongoing. Okay, these guys are going to need to await reinforcements, so we'll do something kind of like that. The Battle of Morong, we can definitely move up over here. Battle of Zagreb looks good. We are going to bring these guys in here. This is grim. So we're going to retreat there. Looks good. We won the battle out over this way. We're going to immediately head up and attack this force. How many particularists are there currently? Let's see here. Particularists are the ones we care about. 3.1 million. We've dealt with worse. We win the Battle of Kinga, and these guys can now... Actually, we probably want to head down to here. Okay, that'll do. We won the Battle of Utva. That looks good. I don't think we need to move those guys. We're going to have more rebellions here in a moment. $21. Okay. This definitely feels a lot worse than when we were at 400% overextension. That's weird. I think it just comes down to we're rolling incredibly poorly on these factions. Like, these have a 7%, 8% chance to go up every month. 8%. This one's 22. But even so, I feel like we're rolling poorly on these. This one's 70. Fair enough. But some of them are way lower. So I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. Kutai Separatists, we do kind of care about. We're going to head down and deal with those. They're a tributary state of us. Interesting. I didn't realize that transferred. Cool. So we've got these guys up here. I'm not going to be too worried about them right now. We'll deal with them later. Greek Separatists out over this way. We'll deal with them in a bit. Oka's Separatists, we can deal with them right now. These guys, we can dispatch a force up. Ryazanian, we can definitely deal with. More down over in this side, that's okay. Lubin Separatists, we will deal with those in a bit. I definitely want to attack here. Mutapans down over this direction. Let's go ahead and move in some forces. Babylonians, yep, to be expected. Mari, it'll be a bit before we can really deal with that. Hausen, yep. Volhinian, no problem here. Jimin, well, we can definitely move over here. That's not exactly the right place, but Funge, yep, we've dealt with. Welsh, this will be no problem. Agikuyu, we are definitely going to head over here. Mysorean Separatists, that we can deal with. No doubt about that one. Cool. And yeah, that was only one there, but that's all we need. So we'll head on in here. And yeah, they're going to occupy a bunch of places. But we've already dealt with a lot of these, to be honest. A whole lot of them. Okay, so we'll tick on forward here. Yeah, they're going to be successful in a number of these locations. Cool. We'll move these out of the way for the moment. There we go. And I guess we can head in and attack here. No point in not doing that. So we win out over this way. We definitely want to attack these guys. They're not currently moving, so that's fine. It's only 39.5 currently here. We should definitely await reinforcements. 50.1 here. Yeah, we're retreating there. That's fine. I feel like we wait for reinforcements here as well. And we won down this direction. So we'll continue heading southward. Cool. I do want to group these up. And what else do we have going on here? Also, how close are we to getting our first cores? We're a ways. Okay, we're 55% of the way there. So we win the battle out over here. That is reasonably expected. We'll spread these guys out for the moment. And we also won out over here. Looks great. We'll let those replenish. And I'd like to move these forces into Ferrara. And we win down over here. Looks great. We'll continue to attack Particularists. I'm going to await these guys' arrival, which will be momentarily. Oh, come on, move. There you go. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked through that one. We're going to head up over here. And yeah, this is a little on the low side. We're going to group these armies together for the moment. Okay. So here's a bunch of battles finishing up all at once. Let's see what we've got. We've got this one here. This unit is getting a little depleted. So we're going to let them recover for a bit. Capping here looks fine. This looks completely okay to me. Although these guys could come into Turov. So we'll deal with that. Capping here looks okay. Capping here looks fine. And we could group these armies up. Something like this. Actually, we could move them in like this, and then these guys go up like that. They should arrive at approximately the same time. Looks good. These guys are recovering for the moment. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked through that one, but it's okay. We'll get it sorted. Cool. So these will be arriving down here soon. We win up over here. These guys get redirected to here. Okay. And then we've got this over here. Looks reasonably solid. Let's take these guys into Termes. And then these up into here. Cool. So this is pretty solidly under control, I feel like. Looking at the Particularists, they are at 2.5 million. So they've lost a lot of troops. Okay, here's 4 more victories. One here. I want these guys to group up in Chernigov. And then there is one here that we won as well. For the moment, let's bring these guys back over here. And then I'm going to slow walk these guys around like this. It's awkward, but that'll buy time for these guys to come in. Okay. And then there we go. That looks good. And we can spread these out. Cool. Okay, let's continue to tick. We're about to hit the month tick again, and there's going to be a bunch more rebellions. But at some point, our luck will change. That looks good. This looks good as well. Okay. So we win another battle out over this way. Okay. We're going to use these 4 forces to attack here, and these 3 to attack here. Fantastic. How many more rebellions this month? Oops. 6. I think 6. That's a manageable number. So that's good. First things first, we'll deal with this battle. I want to send these guys up to here. Ottawa Separatists, I don't care about. Kasanjian Separatists, we are going to be walking straight through, but that will delay us a bit. So we're just going to chill these guys here. Maratha Separatists out over this way. We should be able to deal with that with a single army, but I'm going to bring this one up just to be safe. Okay. Lennon Separatists, so that's more out over here. For the moment, we're not really very set up for dealing with that, so we'll hold off on that one. Phoenicians out over this way, that's no problem. Songhaian Separatists out over here, that's no problem either. So that's not too bad. can we get this last overextension core going? Yes, we can. So we're now working on every core that causes overextension that we have. Beautiful. We'll continue to tick forward here. And looking at the unrest, it's now down to 235. So we're doing pretty well. We're going to start seeing the rebels taper off here pretty soon. We win this battle out over here. We definitely want to go take back Basoga, and we'll have these guys come over to, like, Rukwa for now. Okay. This needs to attack here. And then we'll spread these guys out and cap those back. Looks good. I'd like to bring these guys down here, although force marching them would be nice. Okay, we win down here. That was expected. What else do we have? Yes, let's hit this force. And we win here as well. I'm okay with spreading these out at this point. This is a pretty weakened army, but we can certainly attack here. Where else can we attack? These guys are still grouping up, as are these. They'll arrive pretty soon. I'm going to unforce march these guys, and we're just going to attack. Cool. If we get leadership here, I feel like we win this attack. So we'll head on in there. And these guys are fighting here. Looks good. All of that looks good. Okay. I want to take these guys down to here. Excellent. So we win out over this direction. Capping that back looks good. We win out over here as well. I don't think there's too much left to do over here. Yeah, we're good. So we can just spread out and cap. We win out over in Turkestan as well. That looks good. So these guys are headed in here. We're attacking here. We're still grouping up over this one. So let's go ahead and position there. Fantastic. So these battles are broadly going well. We have a lot of battles ongoing, though. That's for sure. We win the Battle of Sivas, and these guys are going to immediately come down and continue to fight. We win the battle here. That looks good. We win the battle in Lundu. Okay. I'm actually going to take these guys up to here. And I'm going to turn these guys around, like so. Cool. In we go here. Additional battle victories happening. Okay, we don't have that many over here. I'm going to start respawning up here now. Okay. Capping here is okay, I think. I think capping here is fine too. These guys got here quite early. Very early, in fact. We're required to retreat here, unfortunately. Okay, so we win a battle out over this direction. And I'm going to send these guys to come help out over here. So we're going to just chill there for the moment. And we win up over this way as well. Cool. Let's just go in here and cap. And out over here as well. To be expected. We win an additional battle out over this direction. And we'll just continue to head on in and deal with those particularists. Capping here appears fine to me. Yes, capping here is okay too. Six rebellions this time. I did see that at least one of them is Sioux. Punjabi over this way, so we'll have to deal with those. For the time being, we're not in a great position to do so. Nepalese, sure. Yarkand. Okay. Let's unforce march these guys, and we'll head in like that and deal with those Yarkand separatists. Neapolitan separatists we're going to be in position to deal with soon. Omani separatists, we need additional forces in this region. For the moment, it's okay. So we win the attack down over here. I'm going to spread these forces back out. Cool. We're on our way up this direction. And I feel like that's reasonable. But I'd like to give this a little bit more time before we go in here, or give this leadership. That would work as well, I think. So we can do that, and then these guys should be able to respawn here. Cool. At this point, I'd like to start capping back some of this territory. These guys can spread out a little bit. And we win down here. This looks good, but we're going to need to replenish our troops here. There's no doubt about that one. So down over here, we've kind of abandoned this area for the moment. I want to make sure that we are conformed to template, which we currently are not. We have 2 units of cannon here. And we can split off a couple of units of cannon. Like that. And then I'm going to move these guys over. Cool. So we win the battle out over here. That is expected. We're pretty low in our troop count here, so we will just cap for the moment. And this is looking good. How many particularists are left at this point? Well, first we need to get a conversion going. Let's go ahead and do that. And how many particularists are left? At this juncture, 1.4 million. So we've nearly eliminated the particularists. This is a lot better than it was. That's for sure. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to finish up the rebellion phase of expansion. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jens Graham, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.